On behalf of the Kapiti Miniature Railway and Model Engineering Society, I welcome you all here today. A great occasion for us. I would like to acknowledge, first of all, our patron, the Mayor of the Kapiti District, Jenny Rowan, and the Lady Mayoress, Jules. Welcome. I also have a list of people here that I would like to thank for their contribution towards helping us to get this extension finished. They've contributed financially by supplying equipment, expertise, and so I would like to mention them. From the Kapiti Coast District Council, Councillor Diane Amundsen, Councillor Roger and Chris Booth, Councillor Mike Cardiff and Averil Kensington, the Deputy Chair of the Paraparamu Ramadi Community Board, Johnny Best and Bridget, from the Parks and Reserves, Johnny Baxter, and the caretaker of the Raumati Gardens area, Lance Huxford, who's brought his dad Keith with him today. Excuse me. I would also like to welcome and thank on the Steel Holdings, Jim and Adrian Steele and Graham Bailey and Diane, Cutlass Consultants, Nicola and Lance Todd, Neil and Liz Johnson, Jackson, Richard Olivia. From Transpower Community Care Fund, the General Manager, Cynthia Brophy and Simon Garrett. From Polaris Trust, Scott Simmons, Chief Executive. From Abrasive Blasting Services, Gavin and Leanne Wellborn. From the Kapiti News, David and Tina Haxton. We continue. From Beach FM. Thank you for that accolade. From Beach FM, Nigel Hopkins and ex-Beach FM, and also a very a great supporter of the Kapiti Miniature Railway, Ron and Ruth Wilkinson. From Placemakers, who have been absolutely fantastic, Hayley Cooksley and Jason Winfield. From Higgins Aggregates, Lawrence and Ann Snook. From Kiwi Rail, who have supported us hugely and have come along to find out how a railway should be run, Mr. John and Ginny Irving. And also I would like to acknowledge one of our life members, Adrian Burley, the widow of the late Colin Burley, who was instrumental in having this extension started. So welcome to you all. We couldn't continue without welcoming also members from our fellow clubs. They've come up from far afield as Nelson and Rotorua. So we also have members from the Hutt, Havelock North, Palmerston North and Maidstone clubs. So thank you for your support. To the members of the travelling public, thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't need the extension, we wouldn't need the railway, except for us to have wee plays. So thank you and welcome. To all our club members who have given so much of their time and energies into the actual building of the track, and to their families who have condoned their absences, I should say, from doing chores that they should be doing at home. Thank you very much. It has been a long, hard, but very enjoyable year and a bit, and the end result is definitely worth it, as you will hopefully find out before the day is done. I must also thank Derek and the team who organised today. The club had its start in a small way in 1976. Since then it has expanded, bridge by bridge, tunnel by tunnel, building by building. We still have things to do, and so this is not the end. So as the saying goes, watch this space. And to the council, We will be in touch. Before I ask our patron to say a few words and perform the official opening, the club would like to acknowledge the contribution of a member who has guided the track build from the start, organising the working bees, arranging supplies and equipment, keeping us all informed and up to the mark. And we would like to award the highest accolade the club can award a life membership to Gary Bly. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I will say a few words.
I'll just pop that down.
Don't put your foot on it. No, I won't sit on it. Oh. I'll just give a brief history on the track extension project. As Rex mentioned, the late Colin Burley started the planning for this back in 2009. Okay, he basically completed the major tasks of doing the planning, lodging and ensuring that all the building and resource consents were granted by KCDC. It took a fair while for that to happen, and it wasn't until the 13th of March 2011 that we celebrated the first sod turning with Mayor Jenny Rowan, who came along here, and Colin was present at that stage. He passed away about a month after the actual sod turning. Since then, over the last couple of years, we've moved a few barrelloads of sand and gravel and topsoil, in fact about 300 cubic metres of it. We've laid about 1 kilometre of track. We've also put up about 1 kilometre of tongue and groove on the sort of retaining walls, and we've also laid down about 2,500 sleepers. The actual track we completed at the end of April. We were fortunate this year in that we had a very good sort of February, March, April, which allowed us to actually work from about 6 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Since April, we've basically been doing some landscaping and working on the crossings and various points and things like that. The project would not have been able to be successful without help from many people. Now, I've mentioned a few here, which are really the major players, and I've probably missed out a few others on the way. KCDC helped us especially with the planning and the resource consents. Also, they provided the driveway crossings for us and the planting along the embankment. Lion Foundation, they actually paid for the track steel, which as you can appreciate is a lot, being 1 kilometre of steel. Pub Charity paid for the majority of the timber that we've used on the track as well. Transpower came to the party and provided us the funding for the actual concrete track bed on the extension. And the other major users were, or donors were, New Zealand Community Trust and Flores Trust as well. And also the Burley family were also very good to us. They provided financial assistance in the way of a loan which we could use in case we were held up in the project with funding. So thank you, Aidan. Right, one page done. Half to go. Others who provided services and support for no cost, or in some cases reduced costs, were Cuttress Consultants, Alan Pullinger, who did a lot of the engineering and design for us, Placemakers, who gave us very good rates on the timber and the fixtures and the fittings, Jim Steele and his bobcats and diggers and stuff like that, and Grant Bevan, who laid the actual concrete foundation for us. Finally, much of the work was completed by a dedicated team of around 12 members of the KMR. And to be honest, if I didn't have that support, there is no way we would have been able to complete this project. So once again, thank you all, and I'll now hand you on to Jimmy.
Well, kia ora and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this fabulous celebration. Thank you very much, Rex, for your guidance and leadership today on these matters. Congratulations to you, Gary, on a job well done. I stand here today very proud and privileged to be the patron of the Miniature Railway, Kapiti Miniature Railway Association. This has been a fabulous relationship that I've been able to have at quite a personal level with the volunteers and the organisation in itself. I think I was only in the job about a week when I got a phone call with an urgent edge to it about some silly OSH requirements that were needed, because if we couldn't address them, the whole thing would be shut down. And at that time I wasn't totally constrained by law and process. I still had an ability to say, my goodness, we need to sort this out, and we did. And we did. Well, we did, Derek. So to those of those men and their women that support them inside the last 6 years, for me, I thank you. It's been a very rich experience. I think Colin Adrian has shown up today. The weather this morning was shocking, and here we are this afternoon in this, so thank you, Colin. That's just wonderful. But much more importantly, or on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, this is an experience of community resilience. This is a story about a group of people who are passionate about their love of miniature trains, and then the attraction of that passion that brings them to a place where we have created probably one of the best little railway miniature lines in New Zealand. And you've heard the list read out about sponsorship and support. That doesn't come unless people come alongside passionate volunteers. And when they come alongside that passion, it changes the dynamic. It brings another energy to the discussion. And so these men and their families and their very supportive wives will continue to attract that. I have no idea what they want to do next, but when we find out, I have no doubt that their dream will be realised, because we are here today realising a dream driven by passion and love for an entity in miniature trains. So this is a local entity inside now a completely refurbished park, which is bringing thousands of people into it now from all over the region. This is an entity that will attract national competitions, and I suspect if we've got our OSH stuff all organised, we can probably one day have a look at an international event as well, but that's a very big deal. So stand proud, everybody, if you're part of this. Clearly you are today. However you are attached to this group, stand very tall and proud. This is a fabulous amenity for Kapiti. I thank you all very sincerely for your energy and your commitment. And in a minute, after the band has struck up, it's going to be my pleasure to cut the ribbon on this new track line. Kia ora, everybody.
Hands on the road. We now declare the Seaview track open.
Use the Fox music.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the plan is that the official guests, those wearing the white labels, would they please move to the train station, and we will be loading you on to the first trains. You don't have to, but the offer is there, and we're there going to form up a whole string of trains, one after the other, to do the circuit. Then the white label people go upstairs, if you want to a catered afternoon tea. Okay, you must have the label to go upstairs. Thank you very much.
You're being recorded? Oh, the whole thing. Just at that level.
I'll get the hell out of it then. You don't need my job to film.